The year is 2042. The neon glow of the Neo-London skyline pulsed like a restless heart, each throb a testament to the insatiable appetite of progress. But beneath the shimmering facade, a different pulse thrummed. A silent, unseen current that wove through the very fabric of existence. It was the Earth's geomagnetic field, now a canvas for the government's grandest, most terrifying experiment. Project Chimera, whispered only in the darkest corners of encrypted forums, was born from a thirst for control, a desire to quell the burgeoning tide of dissent that threatened to destabilize the meticulously constructed order. The official narrative spoke of renewable energy, of harnessing the planet's raw power to solve the lingering energy crisis. And indeed, colossal, shimmering towers now pierced the clouds across the globe, their intricate circuitry humming with captured energy. Yet the truth was far more insidious. These weren't just energy conduits, they were harvesters. They drew not just on the Earth's magnetic currents, but on something far more ethereal, more fundamental. Aura. The faint electromagnetic signatures that every living being emitted, a subtle resonance of consciousness and emotion, were being meticulously siphoned, processed, and weaponized. Dr. Aris Thorne, a man whose brilliance had once been celebrated, now lived with the gnawing guilt of his complicity. He'd helped design the initial algorithms, believing the official rhetoric. Now he saw the fruits of his labor, a population rendered strangely compliant, their passions dulled, their collective will subtly nudged. The news cycles were eerily placid, the public discourse devoid of its former fire. Small acts of rebellion, once a common occurrence, were now rare, quickly quelled, not by force, but by a quiet, pervasive apathy. He'd started noticing it subtly, the way a fiery protest movement would suddenly fizzle out, its leaders inexplicably losing their fervor. The sudden, inexplicable shifts in public opinion, always aligning perfectly with government policy. The blank yet contented look in the eyes of passers-by, a look that spoke of a deep-seated calm, but also of an unsettling emptiness. Aris remembered the lectures from his youth, the whispers of ancient philosophies that spoke of a vital life force, a soul energy. Back then, it was dismissed as mysticism. Now, he understood. The government, under the guise of scientific advancement, had found a way to quantify, collect, and manipulate this very essence. By subtly altering the geomagnetic frequencies, they could amplify or dampen certain emotional resonances within the human brain. Fear, ambition, love, rage, all could be muted or even subtly redirected. The masses weren't being explicitly controlled. They were being influenced, their collective consciousness gently steered like a rudderless ship. His poetic soul, once drawn to the elegance of natural systems, now recoiled from this grotesque perversion. The Earth, once a vibrant, chaotic symphony of magnetic pulses and living energy, was being muted, its natural rhythms subjugated to a chilling, sterile agenda. The very air felt different, thinner, less alive. One evening, as a shimmering aurora, artificially generated by the government's towers, painted the night sky in hues of unnatural green and violet, Aris stood on his balcony. He could feel the faint tremor in the air, the distant hum of the energy towers. He closed his eyes, and in that moment, he felt it. A faint, almost imperceptible drain on his own spirit, a subtle whisper of something being taken. It was the collective aura of humanity being siphoned away, leaving behind a docile, pliable husk. The beauty of the aurora was a lie, a seductive veil over a deeper, more profound theft. And Aris, a single insignificant cog in this grand, horrifying machine, knew he had to find a way to unplug the world before humanity became nothing more than a field of harvested energy, forever dancing to the silent, manipulative tune of the government's insidious experiment. The greatest prison, he realized, was one where the bars were invisible, and the inmates willingly, even contentedly, contributed to their own captivity.